Good evening, masculine enjoyers, and well, it's January FORCEWIPE, and looks like everything we expected matched up ever so nicely. Today, people, as expected, we had a lot of people playing, and this is the proper beginning of post-Christmas right here. Now, I should point out, it's been about 5.5 hours since the Rust all rotated. I've been sitting here with the stream. Hello, YouTube stream. Hello, Twitch stream. Feel free to say hello to YouTube video. So essentially, we've been really happy. Oh, we've been really happy. We were questioning ourselves, could we potentially get close to last year's peak player count with the Thursday FORCEWIPE? Maybe we'll actually see the proper peak for this month happening over the course of this weekend. Well, it turns out we went and obliterated it. We did so good that we actually got very close to offline TV era. And let me tell you, where is it? It's over here. That is pretty special. Like, that is ridiculous. The fact that we got so close to that is amazing. So, in the first time in a long time, we've got close to 200,000. We beat July 2023. So, I'm optimistic for post-Christmas now, so much more. And when you see the Rust store, which we're going to show to you right now, you're going to think, wow, what a great time. Christmas is back again. This is Christmas number 2. So, funnily enough, it's like an all-black theme. But overall, very good. And, well, we knew. We knew. So back over to here real quickly. I've got to show you this. With the Abnormal Barder video, we just kept talking and talking and talking and talking non-stop about the likelihood that we might see Legacy Kevlar hoodie and pants. We talked about how likely the Kilt is going to go crazy. And it did. Oh, yes, it did. So we've got a lot to talk about. We were very optimistic for it. And then by the end of the stream, by the end of the video, I essentially said, guys, just go buy it. Just go buy it. I personally bought 250? I've been keeping track here. I bought 250. I spent like $600. I bought 50 bombshell sheet $100 as well. Well, that turned out to be a very wise investment indeed. We'll see all that for a little bit later. But let me just actually know what I can show you my reaction to everything. So I've been doing some tweets today, and turns out just before I went for a bath and whatnot, I took a quick screenshot of the quantity we had for the face mask, the quantity we have for the chest plate, and I was like, oh, cool, Rust all rotated, and well, we'll see how these turn out as time goes on. Then there was this follow-up tweet. That was quick. Yeah, this got bought out like crazy. So we're going to talk all about the likes of the Kilt and the hoodie and pants later on, but we do have to talk about the likes of which of these skins are and are not abnormal. So let's just quickly proceed with the likes of that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 skins. Let's go find out which are and are not abnormal. So first up, Black Gold L96, that's abnormal. This AK-47 is not abnormal. The Chameleon SMG, the only non-black skin, non-black theme skin, I guess you could say, that is abnormal. We have the likes of the Cursed Bandana, that is not abnormal. This Poncho is abnormal though. Then we'll take a look at the likes of the Hardsuit Jacket. Very surprised to see it. You might sit and say that's grey. Shut up. When you put it next to all the black skins, it reflects black. So, shut up. That's abnormal. Then we have the likes of the Legacy Kevlar hoodie and, of course, the pants. Both of them are abnormal. Then we have the Pirate Large Box. Very surprising to see this because we got that. And then we got the SAR. Huh. Well, this is abnormal, but this is not abnormal. So, cool. And I believe that's it. So, out of the 10 skins, we have 1, we have 2, we have 3, we have 4, we have 5, we have 6, we have 7 abnormals. 7 abnormals to chase after next week, and they're all looking very good. So, with that, now that we acknowledge that, we will also have to discuss the regular skins from the past week that became marketable. So if we just quickly hop over to here, these were all the skins from the past week, and well, he's doing he's doing wonderful, he is. But yes, get a good look at the final sales. Legacy Kevlar Kilt apparently did just about 30,000. We don't know. Remember, there's a lot of private accounts out there that could buy thousands, but we can't see them. We don't know how much they actually own, but we'll see what happens. But at the very least, I don't think this is going to be selling as much, or rather it sold as much compared to what we're going to see with the rest of the Legacy Kevlar set. So we'll talk more about that a little bit later. Industrial Bloodgate, 15,000 sales. Desert Beast did reasonably well in terms of about 13 to 12,000 sales. Berserker Thompson, not too ridiculous, totally fine. Bombshell Sheep Metal Door, you can see that the skin sales are okay. Nothing ridiculous, nothing crazy. And there's a reason why I bring that up, because we will be making a very good comparison with the current Rust Store, the new one. So over to here, we have the likes of Desert Beast Face Mask, as you can see. At the moment, lowest listing, $1.18. Buy orders are only going up to about 86 cents. Could they potentially go higher? Maybe. But the current position that they're at, the only real thing that's going to cause this to really spike in demand, spike in price, is if we do see the likes of Desert Beast, Tier 2, or Hoodie and Pants. New core piece, of course, leads to the likes of all the pre-existing core pieces to spike in demand, spike in price. Will that happen? Again, we shall see. So both of them seem to be in the exact same position, but it's nice and comfy, and there's nothing really wrong with it. Over to here, we have the likes of the Industrial Bloodgate, and from what you can see here, it is currently listed at $1.50. That does not look like it's doing good. Oh, wow. Let me just... $1. Oh, wow. Oh, no. That's not looking good at all. It's already down to the price it sold for in a Rust Store. And the buy orders, well, they're not looking too good either. They're only going up to $1. So overall, this doesn't look like it's going to retain its value. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Right. Looking at the likes of this over here, the Legacy Wooden Door. What? Why is this suddenly getting a lot of buy orders? So, with the likes of this door, I wasn't really that confident in it. Go watch my abnormal buy orders video where I talk about trying to figure out a price for it. I was not interested in this. I don't think it's going to do all right. It doesn't really even have that much of a texture, to be honest. Not hating on it, I'm just kind of saying it's like, to most people, they'll stare at that and say, that's just a normal wooden door. You can catch my drift. But apparently more people jumped in and tried to put down a stronger buy order. I don't know what potentially could happen with this, but I still don't have a lot of faith. Now, all of these people that are listing theirs above $4, if they manage to keep that up, maybe it will go up in price. We shall see. We shall see. But I don't have a lot of faith in this. Then with the likes of the high voltage LR300 and basically the same thing, I just can't imagine this is going to be doing that well. And I can't imagine it's going to be retaining its value. However, it only did like 6,000 sales. Do you reckon that potentially could be vulnerable to manipulation at some point down the line? We shall see, but I can definitely tell you, this doesn't seem to be in demand. Buy orders are nowhere near to the price it sold for, and it didn't sell that much. So it's unfortunate, but yeah, what are you going to do? And then we could probably take a real quick look at the likes of the Abnormals. Legacy Kevlar Kilt is doing very well. So this basically just got absolutely bought out the very second that we saw the likes of those Hoodie and Pants being accepted. So this, of course, was an abnormal skin from last night. We chased after it. Over 20,000 sales now. Last night it was just a bit below. Now it's just over. Because, as you can see, it's been building up quite highly. I really do hope you did buy some. I really do, because you're going to be a lot happier. I mean, yeah, that'll be the answer. You're going to be a lot happier. So if I quickly refresh this, yeah, you can see the much bigger climb up in price. Look at that. So, yes, people are feeling a lot more motivated to want to have the whole set, because essentially we do have a full functional set now. That's nice. That's cool. And, well, there's another thing that we'll have to discuss. What's going to happen over the course of the next few days when more people are able to sell these, all right? Because there's 70 on the market already. There's only so many that bought these last on Thursday. But how many are we going to see on the Steam market? Literally, just 6 hours ago, this was selling for $2.50 in the Rust Store. It's now 4 times the price. I am pretty sure a lot of people are going to try and sell theirs real quickly to try and get some quick profits. That could very likely cause the likes of these buy orders to disappear. We'll find out, won't we? Then with the likes of the Bombshell sheet metal door, see-through mesh, a lot more affordable compared to the Brutalist sheet metal door, something we kept comparing between the two of them. It's got a very decent amount of buy orders, very nice and spread out. I feel like that's got a very good chance of retaining its value as time goes on. I've made a big fat fuss about that, but we'll have to wait and see. You never know. There might be a future Twitch drop or something that has see-through mesh, and maybe everybody prefers to have that because it's free. Twitch drops are free, aren't they? So we'll just have to wait and find out, won't we? Overall, with the prices that we see listed here, it's okay. It doesn't look like it's going to suffer that much. Should be fine. It's just a matter of, we'll find out. Moving on, we have the likes of the Berserker Thompson, sold a reasonable amount, nothing too crazy, only 13,000. Barders were fairly strong with it. It didn't go up to $3 last night, and it still hasn't gone up to $3 right here. $3 being the price it sold for in the Rust store. But overall, if it remains like that, I'm not going to complain. It looks perfectly fine. But still, at some point, this will go below its Rust store price. It's a given. How low can it go? I don't know. But with the Barders that we have here, it definitely doesn't look like it's going to go below $2. So we'll see how that turns out eventually. And then, of course, we have the likes of the Damascus Furnace. And again, didn't sell that much. Not exactly super in demand. But all the people here refusing to sell theirs below $4. Maybe it might jokingly potentially go up in price simply due to that fact. Maybe, potentially, we shall see. But I wasn't exactly super in for it. And, well, I don't think many other people were. With the Barders only gone up to about $1. Awkward. Right, so let's just refresh this right now. And it has gone down a fair bit. So Europe is starting to go to sleep. Americans are now taking over. But with what we see at the player count here, all right, I do expect it to carry on nicely into the weekend. And we're going to bring that up again in a second, but let's just quickly hop over to here. So with the Rust store from the previous week, all right, this was fairly tame. Nothing too crazy. Yes, certain skins sold a lot better compared to others, but that's like normal. That's not too crazy to understand. When we look at this current Rust store, we have to really take this in, okay? Because we have a lot of people playing the game at the moment. A lot of people, when they're in game, they're going to look at the Rust store in game and they're going to see those skins and they're going to very likely going to buy them. All right. This usually happens all the time. With the first Rust store of 2024, there are a lot of people playing the game. There are a lot of sales happening. Face Punch makes a lot of profit. That's nice. But guys, there's a very good chance that all of these skins are going to probably sell a little bit too much. It's only been 5 hours, and Legacy Kevlar Hoodie and Pants have already sold 13,000? Well, there you go. 13,000. Now, to give you some context, the Legacy Kilt, literally last week, after only 24 hours of sales, only did 11,500 sales. Only 11,500. These two, after 5 hours, 13. So that kind of gets you in their mindset that these skins are probably going to be selling absurd numbers. That might not be too much of a problem during January, that's fine. But when people start to leave, when people start to stop playing Rust, which is expected around March, April time, you're going to see the effects of that pretty hard. So whilst they might hold up for now, you are very likely going to see these prices go back down again at some point. Now, I don't know if like there's going to be continuations of some of these skins and whatnot. That could happen. Yeah. There might be a bit of a boost in demand and whatnot. Yeah, that's cool. But when you look at the likes of this Cursed Bandana, it's already got like 9,000 sales. This jacket here, 8,000 sales. This L96, almost 8,000 sales, and it's only been 5 hours. Do you understand? I think we're treading into danger zone in terms of it might be too much, because we're not always going to have like 170 to 190,000 people playing Rust all the time every single month. It's not happening. It'd be nice, but that's not happening. So you have to be a little bit more responsible in terms of how you approach this. You've got to be a little bit wiser, all right? So by default, with all of these skins, if you're looking at this with a financial perspective, you don't want to rush into this, all right? If you're going to buy the skins for yourself, by all means, buy it, use it, enjoy it, support the skin creators, keep them motivated, keep wanting to put out very nice creative ideas and designs in the future for future Rust stores. But you don't want to rush into buying these skins at all. You want to see how many of them sell by Wednesday and then make decisions, all right? I know I say that every single week, but this time it's really important, okay? So if you don't want to accidentally lose a lot of money, wait it out. Wait it out. That's going to be the safest approach. You might sit there and say, oh, Hedge, we played it safe and I didn't get to sell Kevlar kilts very quickly, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's fine, you know? But I'm saying what I'm doing. I'm not saying it's the best way to do it. I'm saying the way I'm most experienced with. So, yeah. What about Whiteout Hoodie of 85k sales example? Good sir, you are correct. That was, you know what, we can bring that up. We can go talk about that. We could talk about all of the Whiteout skins real quickly, because these came out during early 2021, during the likes of offline TV era. But this was an in-demand collection, you see. Gradually, as time went on, even though the likes of the Hoodie and Pants, 75,000 bare minimum sales each, Tier 3, 70,000 plus bare minimum sales each, They still went up in price gradually, but it was gradually. Take a look at their history and you'll see that initially it didn't like instantly go up in price. It took a while. So right now this is currently selling for $11. That's nice. Probably going to still keep going up a fair bit, or a bit of resistance there. But anyway, look at the sales history. You can see at the moment reaching an all-time high, but initially it didn't go super well. Now you see this spike here. That's because Hoodie and Pants came out first, and whatever came out afterwards caused it to have a spike in demand, spike in price, with normally what we see beforehand. But it kind of stagnates around here in the summer, goes back down during the bad times, and it actually trends downwards during the next year. Look at that. Oh, well, yeah, look at that. So it did actually take a very long time for this to really get to a point where it was selling for a much better price. That is definitely a good indicator that whilst something could be very in demand for a certain amount of time, it can still tread downwards very badly at some point later down the line. All right? So questioning how many sales we see of the likes of skins is a perfectly fine thing to do. Even Whiteout suffered, but as time went on, Whiteout did, progress very nicely. And that could be applied to all skins. Some skins aren't always super in demand initially, but they will potentially eventually. So cool, we got that established. All of these skins are expected to do absurd amounts of sales. Like, put it this way, if this was the Rust store that we saw, but it came out like 2 months ago, I honestly think they probably would have sold at least half less. I'm not joking. If this came out during the likes of November, this probably would have sold at least half as much as I'm expecting to see with this batch right now in January. So, yeah, it's all based on when this came out. So, now that we just had that ramble, I hope you're a lot more wiser to the whole situation. So as we go talk about all of these skins, as much as you can sit there and say, but there's so much demand right now, there's so many people that want it, all those people aren't always going to be here. Okay? So, now you know. Shall we jump in and talk about the skins properly now? Let's do that. Legacy Kevlar Hoodie and Pants. Right. I told you so much last night with the abnormal Barda video. I kept sitting here, I kept telling you there's a very, 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 very good chance we're going to see those hoodie pants being accepted. And lo and behold, it happened. And with what I'm showing you right here is a very good starting point. This is a much more affordable hoodie and pants combination. That is black. And, well, it's a lot cheaper compared to the Blackout set. So let's just quickly go over to here. Blackout. And what do we see? Blackout hoodie and pants last night for the pair of them was selling for $50 for the combination. However, now that we have a much more affordable option, as you can see, they're now sitting here at $43. Maybe that might go lower. Maybe it might just stay the same. But the point I'm trying to get across is, who in their right mind can offer that? Who can afford that? Not a lot of people, but you know what? A lot of people can offer $4 to get these two. And this is the beauty of the Legacy Kevlar hoodie and pants. It's a much more affordable blackout option, a budget blackout option, if you will. Now, again, you could go even lower. You could go buy the likes of a black hoodie. You could go buy some pirate pantaloons. That would be even cheaper. Correct. You are correct. But this is a very nice looking matte black design. It is looking very nice and exquisite. Get a good look at that. Get a good look at that with the armour. What do you reckon? I can't help but think this is going to have a very nice future ahead of it. But there are potential problems. So, as we just rambled on, like non-stop about for a long time, sitting here and saying, it's only been about 5.5 hours and these have already reached 13,000 sales. This is very likely, potentially going to match up to the amount of sales that we saw for the Tier 3 armour. Potentially even more, and I'm not joking. And the Tier 3 armour persisted for 2 weeks. So let's just remind ourselves, how many sales did these two skins have after 24 hours? This had 24,000, this had just over 20,000. At the current rate that these are pushing at, like the momentum that they have, these could actually surpass those two after 24 hours. And if that is the case, well, that might be a little bit awkward, yes. But at the end of the day, right, if these if these end up a fair bit lower than these, if they match up to these and these will still be fine. They'll still be in the positive, but it definitely leads this it definitely leaves this to potentially becoming the most expensive piece out of the whole set. Now, in theory, technically speaking, you've got the likes of the hoodie and pants here, the kilt, and the tier 3 armor. That would be like the most ideal set that you'd want to run outside with, isn't it? Like all the right pieces. Sounds nice? Cool. But to get all of this, you're going to have to go through, well, what's available. And if these end up matching up to these two, that's okay. That will become the most expensive piece, that's for sure. But if these end up selling more than these, we might have a bit of a problem. So let me just quickly showcase a good example of where one core piece or set of skins has a little bit too much in comparison to the rest. And that's where we take a look at the likes of the Abyss collection. So the Abyss tier 3 sold a very nice amount when it first appeared because that was the first core piece to be accepted. But then when the tier 2 and the hoodie and pants appeared afterwards, they sold considerably less. And now time has gone on. You can see Abyss tier 3 isn't doing super great, but the other pieces are doing all right. Why is this? Because unfortunately, with this coming out first, it sold a lot. And when these came out a little bit later on, these sold like 10,000 less compared to this. So in theory, there's an excess of 10,000 stock of each of these skins on the Steam market, on third-party sites, and in inventories and whatnot. There's too much. So if you wanted to get full sets of Abyss collection, these will run out eventually, but you'd still have 10,000 extra of these. And who wants that? An incomplete set. So people are actively like competing with each other to sell these on the Steam market. They undercut each other. They undercut each other. They undercut each other. All I have to do is go over to here, type in Abyss, and you'll see the difference between the sales. So if I go by quantity, please don't break on me Steam, please don't break on me Steam, please don't break, there you go. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. Almost 300 here, and then you go down to here, and all the rest of the clothing and armor pieces have less than 100. So you can clearly tell what's wrong. You can clearly see the issue there. So now that we've kind of got that in our heads, and you can see it nicely visually there, can you understand the potential problem we have with Legacy hoodie and pants? There's some very good reasons to buy it, but also there's a very good chance that we might buy too much. If we go past the tier 3, that's going to be a bit worrying. So the smartest approach with the likes of these is, number one, they are both abnormal, so we could wait it out first, do the abnormal barders first, then make the consideration to actually go ahead and make the purchase. We did do that last night with the kilt. The barders and the kilt went all the way and above $2.50, the price it sold for literally just 6 hours ago. So I literally just said there, I said, guys, you know what? Everything's lining up perfectly. That kilt it's a perfect buy. Lo and behold, yeah, it did. Oh, yes, it was. Oh, yes, it was. But with the likes of these, whilst it's nice to see them being accepted, we have to keep an eye on how many end up, being bought. So if we end up with like 50,000 each, that's okay, because it matches up with tier 3. Will they go up in price absurdly? Probably not, because what else is there left? I mean, we could still see the likes of the vest and the coffee can. Would that make that much of a difference? Maybe. Boots and gloves? That would help. We know boots and gloves do give a bit of a spike in demand, spike in price for core pieces. So overall, it's still in a very nice position. It is in demand, but we have to be prepared for how many, we have to keep an eye on how much sell. So I went on a bit of a ramble there, but I hope you can kind of understand the potential problems. Even though it's very in demand, even though people like it a lot, awkward still. Still awkward. So at the very least, you probably want to keep an eye on likes the Blackout hoodie and pants. They might go down in price, maybe. But Blackout as a whole is always in demand, and people like the full set. So I don't think it's going to suffer too much. But from here on now, these two are definitely going to be the much more affordable option. Now, if we do end up close to the likes of the sales we saw with the Whiteout hoodie and pants, okay, yeah, fair enough. We might struggle a fair bit. But as time goes on, I wouldn't be surprised if it goes up in price. But like I said, in comparison to all the other pieces that were accepted in this set, it really does look like the kilt is going to be the most expensive. So if this ends up with about 50,000 sales, and these both having over 50,000 sales, this only has about 30,000. There's only so many of these to go around. All the better for it to rise up in price. Oh, yes, indeed. So, I really hope you did buy those kilts. I really do. So, with the likes of that, if we just quickly hop over to here, this is the current state for the Legacy Kevlar face mask, currently sitting at $6. Could it still go higher? Of course it could. Look at it. Look at it. It's nothing there. It's nothing there. And currently down to 73 quantity. So, over the course of this weekend, right? Over the course of this weekend, I do anticipate that we could go even higher with our player count. Could we go beyond 200,000 maybe? I'd like to see it. Maybe this Saturday or Friday tomorrow. I don't know. We'll find out. Then look at the likes of the Legacy Kevlar vest, $8 plus, hardly any quantity. Do you reckon it could go higher? What do you reckon? So just understand this, with more people appearing, more people jumping in, more demand for all skins. More demand for all skins equals buyouts, prices go up. There's only so much quantity available. And when it starts to get bought out, well, the only ones remaining are the more expensive ones. So, cool. And of course, the kilt, as we just saw a little bit earlier. Now, there's a bit of a problem with the kilt, all right? It's a little bit too late if you're watching this video now, because by the time I've uploaded it and whatnot, you'll notice this. With every new day, and I did mention this a little bit earlier, more people are going to be able to sell these, you know, with 7-day cooldown and whatnot, more people will be able to sell these, and seeing the price for what it is at the moment, you can't help but think a lot of people are going to be looking at that and thinking, yeah, I want to get that quick money, I want to get that quick profit. So this very likely won't be retaining that price, but give it some time, it'll probably graciously increase in price as time goes on. So overall, from here and now, with this Legacy Kevlar set, the kilt is expected to be the most valuable piece. It's the only leg armor that we have, and there's a lot less of it compared to the rest of the armor pieces. Do I need to say any more? So, could we still see some more Legacy Kevlar? Yes, but, well, we'll have to wait and see. And perfect timing, because that's going to sell crazy, and literally within like just about 4 weeks, Kosem has done... Well, Kosem's going to go buy himself his own, like, tropical island. He's going to go buy a Bugatti. You know. He's got it all, mate. He's got it all. He's rich. He's had a wonderful 2024. And he's only just started. Oh, lucky bugger. Anyway, so, from what I just said there, I really do hope you understand. Whilst the player count is absurd right now, whilst loads of people are buying them, they are going to be potentially thrown on the Steam market when those people disappear. So, cool. I feel like I've said my words. That's abnormal. We can do our abnormal barders first. We can look at the barter support afterwards. We can then make a decision. But Wednesday, next week, we're going to look at the sales, and we are going to question what we're going to do next. All right? That is the answer. That's how I'm approaching it. If you want to go buy some right now, if you really want to, I'm not going to stop you. But I've given you my advice. Shall we move on? Moving on. Right, we're going to pair up the bandana with the poncho. Now, the bandana has sold a lot more compared to the poncho, probably because the bandana alone looks really cool, like the little cultist symbol, the skull face and whatnot. I'll give it that. It does look cool. Now, first things first, as you can see, this is the beginning of a new set. If we were to potentially see the likes of new primitive pieces appearing, yes, could we get the likes of some hide clothing, maybe some hide halter necks, hide skirts. Maybe we could see some burlap clothing. That'd be nice. We don't know, but the only way to know is if we ask. Has anybody asked him? Let's go find out. And no one's asked Mr. Zink. No one's asked Mr. Gunya. How are we supposed to know if nobody asks? So, on the horizon, if we do see more, yes, 100%. This will, of course, spike in demand, spike in price. But again, I have to refer back to the point of, with the amount of sales we're seeing with this, I'm getting a little bit worried. If you go take a look at all the bandanas we've had over the past 2 or 3 years, you might notice that, yeah, it's a bit awkward for some of them. But the black ones, Pirate Bandana here, Dragon Range Bandana, they're doing better. So I get the feeling people do prefer black bandanas with like a cool face to it. And, well, need I say more? But again, that did what, 40,000 sales almost? This did about 30,000 sales almost? Alright, okay, so even then, after all those sales, they still held up quite alright. Maybe this might not suffer so much. Maybe this will be appreciated as time goes on. It's awkward. But we do have the position of, will Zinc focus this set? Will there be more cursed skins? Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. With the amount of sales he's getting with these, I fully expect it. So feel free to go and ask him. It would help. But overall, I by default right now wouldn't be surprised if we see some more cursed skins out and ready with the next batch of submissions this weekend. So overall, that bandana could be alright, but I'd rather still wait and see next week how many sales have happened. This is also not abnormal, which is a little bit awkward, but again, we can still figure out what we might want to do when we look at this next Wednesday. Looking at the Poncho, this is a little bit more scarier because this is selling for $2. This is abnormal. But when you look at all the Ponchos that have come out over the past few years, what do you see? Oh my god. Look, that's not too good, is it? Now, first things first, you might sit there and say, oh, it's a cool looking black poncho. Well, guess what? We've got Blackout, we've got Raven, and we've got Pirate Poncho. So that's not special if you're going to say that. With the likes of this, the design, it's a bit goofy. It doesn't really look as good compared to the bandana for what it is. I'm not hating on it. I'm just saying, like, the weird belt. I feel like the symbols are a little bit overkill. It was fine for the bandana, but that's just my opinion, though. That's just my opinion. But I'm not super convinced with the likes of ponchos at the current time. I'm not thinking that's going to go super greatly. And the amount of sales it's already had, if you take a look at all of these other ponchos, you might notice a lot of them didn't really sell that much, and they still suffer very badly at this current time. So, yeah. Bandana I'm a little bit more optimistic for. Poncho, not so much. That will most likely just be a buy order. And with that, it's abnormal. We can do an abnormal buy order first. So, it would feel better without the belt on it. I think I would agree with that. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's a cool looking, affordable black poncho. But then again, there are other ones available, and I do believe cheaper. So, but again, doesn't matter. If we see more cursed primitive skins being made, the pre-existing ones will go up in price. That is for sure. A very good example, actually, is taking a look at the likes of the recent Desert Beast. Because we had the bandana and a poncho, and they didn't really do very well. But then we got the burlap skins being accepted, and they come back down again. That quick? Okay, well, just know they did spike in demand, spike in price very nicely, but seems that went back down again. Well, at least they're doing all right. Did you buy any of those? Well, anyway, moving on. With primitive skins, if you have a primitive set, you do see a spikes in demand, spikes in price. But, well, maybe they don't hold that long. Oopsie! Right, so I like that. I like it. It's just I prefer the bandana a little bit more, and I want to see how many sales happen. So, got to play it safe. Got to be careful. Hardsuit Jacket. Now, this actually took me quite by surprise. I wasn't expecting this. But, hey, new hardsuit skin. Could we see the likes of the clothing and armour getting a bit of a boost? Well, the boots and the gloves have gone up a fair bit. The kilt has. Yeah, the kilt got a bit of a boost today. So right now, that kilt's just under $3, as you can see. Only $18 on the Steam market. And, yeah, it's been climbing up a little bit. Not an absurd amount, but it is climbing. So overall, could that potentially go higher? Maybe. But is the hardsuit collection as a whole actually in demand? My answer to you is, judging by the tier 3 and the hoodie and the pants, not really. It's sad to see. Maybe people just don't really notice it that much because, you know, we got the Legacy Kevlar out. So, you know, that's not too surprising, is it? I mean, it is awkward and it's quite unfortunate. But, like I said, what can you do? So overall, with the likes of that hardsuit jacket more specifically, well, I don't know what to think of it because it's all grey, metallic, shiny. Is that what you're going to wear? And when are you going to want to wear it? Like, where are you going to want to wear it? It's a little bit awkward. I can't answer because I just, at the top of my head, I can't figure out where you might want to wear it and whatnot. I mean, with your full, like, hardsuit set, sure. But at the end of the day, if this was like, okay, I have to point this out. We've been seeing quite a lot of jacket skins recently. Like, not too long ago, we had the very cool Berserker one. And then literally after that, we had the ghillie suit. And then for Christmas, we had Santa's coat. Whilst jackets used to be a rare thing to see, and we do have quite a lot of jacket Twitch drops, I'm starting to think we might end up seeing even more and more jacket skins from here and now. Especially with the sales that we're seeing. 30,000 plus here. Actually, no. 43,000 and 37,000 and 30,000. And this very likely is going to have a very high amount as well. Maybe jackets aren't going to be very special anymore. Because we didn't really ever see them that much. And now we see them quite a lot. Overall, with all the core pieces already accepted for the hardsuit set, I'm not that enthusiastic for the jacket, I'm afraid. I'm looking at this with a financial perspective, and I'm trying my best to be honest with you. I just worry for it. And that's a bit of a worry. Because like I said, I was looking at it and trying to think, okay, where might you want to wear it? And is there more for the collection potentially to come out? And my answer to you is, I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know. It's awkward. It's very awkward. Happy to see it being accepted because it was something different, but yeah, it's not even causing the likes of the Hardsuit collection to really make that much of a push, much of a budge, price increase. So it's abnormal. I'd rather wait until the sales, wait until Wednesday, take a look at the sales, then figure out what I'm going to do. I know I say that a lot. I know, but you can understand the awkwardness of this. So I'm going to leave it. Black Gold L96. I'm not going near this. All right. Financial perspective again. It's a cool looking L96, one of the best looking ones. Part of a well established, very well liked collection, Black Gold. Yeah, good look at that. Very nice piece of work there, Mr. Hulk, Bad Trip, and Mama. However, we have an issue. That is the demand with the L96 and, of course, the demand for skins. Because when you take a look at all of these skins, you might notice a bit of a problem with their prices. Yeah, they're all down to around $1. And this is where we have to question the gun demand with the actual weapon itself. Are you using L96s regularly? Judging by what I see here, no. No. Unfortunately, if it's the weapon itself, if it's just not that easy to acquire, if it's just something that you don't really ever get to use that much, where is the demand to use skins? Where is the demand to even have skins? Do you understand this problem? Now, yeah, you might sit there and say, but the Blackout one's doing all right. Yeah, okay, that's cool. It's the Blackout one, that might be the most desired one. That's the reason why it's doing so well. Ghost Flame, well, it's one of the glow-in-the-dark ones. But, every other one, not doing good. That right there is doing for, it's about $1.50. This is barely over $1. Rainbow Pony earlier this year, last year, that did a reasonable amount of sales, down to about $1.40. This Copper L96, just barely over $1. This Azul L96, just barely over $1. Bone Lord L96, just barely over $1. Yeah, I don't think they do very well. So with the likes of this, I did have someone ask me, Hedge, do you reckon that's going to do all right? And I was very quick to say no. Now, again, incorporate the idea that this is going to be doing a very high amount of sales because it's in this current roster with all the people playing. That's like a recipe for disaster. Lots of people buying it because it looks cool, but what happens when they all disappear? What happens to the amount of these on the Steam market? Is the quantity just going to get thrown on there like ridiculous? Are we going to end up with like mountains of them? Oh no. So again, look at the other L96s. See how many sales they had. 12,000, 13,000, 11,000, 23,000. So look at these three and know that after only about 6 hours, this is already almost matched up to these already. Oh no. So, how many sales might this end up with? Probably a little bit more than this, potentially. Get off there. There you go. Maybe it might go up to 30,000. I don't know. But at the very least, it's abnormal. We can do our abnormal barders. We can do our abnormal barders. We can put the barders in. We can see what the support looks like afterwards. But at the end of the day, I'm not walking towards that with confidence. I'm a fair bit scared. So, yeah. If you're thinking, surely that's going to do good, it's black gold skin. Well, take a look at all the black gold at the moment. It's not like every single thing here is doing super amazing. Yeah. The weapons in the past year, what was going on? Weapons of the past aren't exactly super great either. Except the reliable revolver and the reliable Thompson. But yeah, awkward. So, yeah. I feel like I've said more than enough in regards to that. Shall we move on to the next thing? Blackstone AR. So, yeah, this is nice. I can't help but feel like they only picked this out because they were trying to go for like a black theme with all the skins. I did mention it earlier and I'll mention it again. Next week, let's go with the colour blue. Watch that. Maybe they'll do a whole bunch of blue skins. That would be a coincidence. I don't work for Face Punch. I'm joking. Right. So all black. Black stones on the side. Very nice. Very cool. However, we have to question, how is this going to end up? Like, what's going to happen next? So let me just remind you, the amount of AK-47s that were given to us last year in 2023. This is potentially the first of many. And I can confirm that because I know we're definitely getting an AK-47 accepted next week. I will show that to you later on. So overall, in 2023, we had 44 AK-47s given to us. Get a good look at all of that and notice how hardly any of it is in the positive. Kiss AR, pure pink. Okay, fair enough. That's nice. It's unique and people appreciate it. Redemption AR, it's part of a well-established collection that people really like and, of course, want to put in the likes of their weapon racks. That's doing A-okay. And then we have the likes of the Ninja AR, which a lot of people seem to appreciate, mostly full black and whatnot. I think it's doing all right. I did see the likes of the BIS AR doing a little bit good earlier. It was like slightly above its roster price. So, yeah, that very likely will be peaking back over again. And, of course, Chameleon has a bit of a weird situation. Let me just show this to all of you. A lot of people are being tricked at what they see here. So do you see how this has 164 listings and the price is currently set at $2.36? A lot of people probably think, oh no, that's doomed. Actually, it's not. If you have an extension like Steam Inventory Helper, I can just do this to see more listings. Guess what? It's absolutely barren. It's all thin. You're being tricked, sort of, because when you scroll down, you realise more than half of the quantity is actually here above $4. Yeah. So don't be tricked by that. There's actually nothing wrong with that. If anything, I'm surprised that more of them haven't been bought out and pushing up to $3, and I still expect it to happen. So, yeah, be a little bit more prepared for that for the post-Christmas skins. It might seem like it's a bit doomed, but if you have an extension to see more, you'll understand it a whole lot more. There's nothing wrong with the skin. It's just got a lot of listings at a higher price, and you can't see that when you only have like the default view. Right then, so the likes of this AK-47, we've established that there's a whole bunch of AKs that were accepted last year or given to us last year, and hardly any of them are holding up nicely. So now that I look at this, what do you reckon I'm going to say? What might we want to offer for that? My answer to you is 70 cents, 90 cents. It's unfortunate, but like I said, first of many. It is the first of many, and it's the first of many to end up very cheap and end up selling for around $1. And I'm very sorry to say that, but I can just see it, I can look at it, and I can just tell. All right? I can tell because it's most likely going to happen. It's unfortunate. I'm so sorry. Jimmy, you've done very good recently to get quite a lot of acceptances, but even then, I got to look at this from a financial perspective. At the very least, he's going to make a lot of sales because all the skins in this Rust store are going to do a lot of sales. But it's not going to hold. Eventually, it will go down. And with every other new AK that comes out, people aren't loyal to their AKs. They're going to throw away the old one and grab the new one. And then there'll be another one. So they'll throw away the old one, grab the new one. And then there'll be another one. They'll throw away the old one, get the new one. It happens every single week. It happens every single week. So, yeah, awkward, but we're going to have to move on. Right, so this is interesting. Well, number one, 2 pirate skins, so that was odd. Again, maybe they're trying to make sure that they had enough black skins and maybe they're struggling a little bit. But first of all, I should point out, I knew it. I knew there was going to be one very random extra late pick, and it was the SAR. So, cool. I did say that last night. Will that trend persist throughout all this month? I'd like to see it. I would like to see some very old clothing or armor skins next week. Face Punch, Thunder Gold, Redemption, Elite Crate. Give me those kilts. I want those kilts. Give me. Just give me a whole roster of kilts. I'll be happy. Anyway, so first things first. Well, it's a pirate skin, so that's nice. Got a well-established collection and whatnot. It's got a home. There's a full set of pirate clothing and armor. But the main thing I want to get across to you is this is a full black SAR with a red aim sight. That might be a little bit awkward to see. I don't know. You can see it better here. So you can see... No, you can't see it. Right, if I go this, and can I see the full image? There you go. Red. Do you see the red there? Very nice. Very cool. Right, okay. So, why am I mentioning this? Why am I mentioning full black and red aim sight and whatnot? Well, we could look at this SAR and assume this potentially might be the newest budget blackout option. For you see, if we go over to Blackout SAR, you might notice that this is selling for a pretty penny. Blackout SAR is currently selling for about $7 a piece. How many people can afford to buy a SAR for $7? Okay, yeah, now it's not too hard to understand. So basically, $7 and only 45 on the market, and then look at that. That's going up in price. Yeah, that's going up in price. But more specifically, when we take a closer look at it, you could see it's all black and red aim sight. So, if you're not that fussed about what the skin is, if you're just looking for a fully black fully black gun with a useful red aim sight, but you need to kind of budget yourself a bit, well, look no further than what we have right here. Yeah, I know. So, yeah, that might potentially do quite all right as time goes on, because that's going to be a whole lot more affordable. Now, when that Blackout SAR came out, what was it, like a year or so ago? There was some alternative options. And if you go take a look at them right now, you'll notice they're actually still holding up quite all right. Number one, we have the likes of the Nightwatch SAR. This is like basically fully black. I can't remember what colour aim sight it has, but it sold for $2, and right now it's still selling for around $2, and it very likely will increase in price. That held up all right. People like these skins. So if I go take a look at the same sight, what do we see? Aim down the sight. That was just a normal... Oh, yeah, it's got a little bit of red right there. So even though that's a little bit duller, still retained its value. Could this still go up in price? Very likely. This might go down in price now, though, because the pirate one has appeared. The new budget option. But this did very nicely, purely based on the fact that it was a much more affordable option with basically all the same details. Reasonably enough. Reasonably enough. You also have the likes of the Opsar. That was a much older skin. Opsar, where are you? There he is. Just under $4. But that had a light green aim sight. So, yeah, that very likely might trend upwards a fair bit. But ever since the reveal of the Blackout SAR, it kind of took away the fun that this had. So, yeah, that was a little bit awkward, but still retains its value, still does a good job. So, in short, with the likes of this Pirate SAR, I'm going to sit here and say that it actually very likely has a pretty decent future ahead of it. But how many sales are we going to end up with? Yeah, that's going to be awkward. So, wait, first of all, how many Blackout SARs do we have? Let's go find that out real quickly, because I didn't even bother to keep check of that, did I? 22,400 bare minimum sales. Nightwatch SAR is just under 19,000 sales. After 6 hours, almost, because I've been talking forever. Yeah, 6 hours. This already has 6,000 sales. I worry that if this sells too much, it's not going to really do that good of a job with its budget blackout gimmick. So, again, we'll just get to wait and see by next Wednesday. This is not abnormal, all right? That is awkward, but it is what it is. I did say a lot of fairly potential positive things for it, but if the sales are too high, it's going to be a problem for it, especially when trying to sell it for a profit. So, at the very least, I'm optimistic for it, but I want to see how many sales happen. I hope I said more than enough there for all of you people, so let's just quickly close these a fair bit. Right, let's now move on to the Pirate Large Box. So little by little, bit by bit, we're starting to build up a bit of a deplorable collection with this Pirate collection. So I clicked the wrong thing, oops. I meant to go Pirate. So we recently had the Sheep Matador, we now got the Large Box. Who knows what we might potentially see next? But if we keep seeing more and more and more deplorables, that actually might very likely cause a bit of a spike in demand, spike in price of all the other deplorables that already exist anyway. So this isn't selling super crazy, but that's fine, because at the moment that actually might be a bit of a benefit for it, if anything. But this apparently glows in the dark, so let's just quickly confirm that. Does it glow nicely? Nighttime. Oh, there you go. So the skulls light up, then you got some like tentacles on the side. Fair enough. Straightforward design, nothing too crazy. You got a is that an octopus skeleton? Yeah, it is. Okay, that's pretty neat. Overall, I think that'll do quite alright. It might not do super crazy as time goes on, but if we keep seeing more and more pirate skins being made and accepted, and it is happening, I wouldn't say no. I think it might do quite alright. However, take a look at all the large box skins that we've seen over the past year. How are they currently holding up? Let's go take a look at that. And, well, that's in the positive, that's in the positive, negative, 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 negative. Okay, cool. So, point made. Quite a lot of them are in the negative. We were given 19 skins last year. What about the year before that? 43. Oh, yeah, storage collection. Forgot about that. Storage collections are an exception. Actually, I think if we roll into the year before this, another storage collection, and storage collection. Yeah, okay, this is kind of hard to make some comparisons to. Maybe we could have another storage collection. Anyway, with the likes of this, I can see it doing okay, but I can also see it going below its store price. I can. And if it sells a reasonable amount, all right, fair enough, that's cool, but I want to leave it for a bit. Leave it for Wednesday. This is abnormal, so we can at least use that for the abnormal the abnormal time advantage. But I think it probably won't be selling recklessly. I think it might do a very reasonable amount, and I think we will be able to jump onto it, and I think we could potentially make some profits out of it, but it very likely might just be an instance of doing a buy order. Hello, L-Chick on the YouTube stream. I'm going to respond to you later, because I can't answer questions right now. I'm recording. Yes. Sorry. Right, so that right there, abnormal buy order first. But I do expect it at some point to go below its rust or price. Cool looking skin, probably won't be noticed that much, especially with everything else here, but that could actually help it out. If it doesn't sell stupidly, it could work out very nice in the future. So we'll move on from here. Chameleon Custom SMG. So yeah, all of these skins are black except this one. Well, I mean, it reflects the black. Anyway, moving on, back over to here. So Chameleon Custom SMG, nice and colourful, newest addition to the Chameleon collection. And, well, in the current position that we're in, I now believe this is going to probably start getting bought out. I now believe that these prices are very very likely to keep going up and up and up in price. How high will they go? I do not know. But we're going to have to keep an eye on everything over the course of this weekend, because with a great start with the FORCEWIPE, with the next weekend, you usually see an even higher player count. That usually always happens with FORCEWIPEs. With what we have here as a fully well-established, very shiny, holographic design weapon collection. I know a lot of people who left for school and college early this year, most likely missed out on the vast majority of these skins, and the weapon racks as well. Do you reckon a nice combination of all of these skins with the weapon racks are probably going to be super in demand? Not just Chameleon Collection, but even the Redemption Collection as well. I'm fully behind that. I've kept saying that so much. So Redemption is another one. Oh, so nice in cranberry red. But point I'm trying to get across is it's more about the collection itself rather than the individual skin. And you can see that with the Redemption Custom SMG right there as well. Whilst all of the skins here are doing very well, this is struggling a fair bit. This is also struggling a fair bit. What's the problem? Gun demand. If people aren't actively wanting to use the item itself or the weapon itself, as you can see right here, why would people want to use skins on it? So do you understand the potential problems? Let's go take a look at all the custom SMG skins, and you might instantly notice that, it's not good. Blackout SMGs doing all right. Where's Blackout? It's part of a well-established and very well-liked collection, so that's going to be the exception. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Yeah, you will find hardly any custom SMG skins in the positive, because they're just not desirable as a weapon, unfortunately. So to sit here and say, oh, surely people would like the skins. Well, about that, a little bit awkward. So, that's going to be a buy order. But what price will that be? Well, it's the amount of sales that we see that will dictate. I can't speak words anymore. We're going to need to see how many sales this has as of Wednesday, and we'll figure out how much we might want to offer for likes of that. But I can still see it working out to being a potentially very nice profit. Again, with a very good buy order, anything can be a profit. It's just how many sales. So that's the answer. So yes, I'm sure you can understand I'm very hesitant for a lot of these. Like I said at the very beginning, before we even started talking about all the individual skins, they very likely will be selling a lot more compared to the amount of demand we're going to see throughout the rest of the year. January is a special time. January has the ridiculous amount of people playing. But as time goes on, it is expected to go back down again, and it's not too hard to notice. Just take a look at all of 2023. Starts off great with the average player count, starts to dip around springtime, comes back around the summer, drops pretty hard around autumn, fall season, starts to pick up again towards the end of the year. All right? So whilst we're going through a lovely high point, it's going to go back down again soon. All right? So if there's far too much of it available, it's going to go down bad. It's going to go down bad. It's going to go down bad. So overall, I like the Rustor, and I'm very happy to see what skins were picked. I'm pretty sure Face Punch is going to be making some ever so sweet, delicious profits. But overall, got to be careful with all of this. I don't think I need to keep rambling on about that anymore. All right. It's good, but it's full on black theme. Yeah, like I said, this week it's the colour black. Next week, blue. The week after that, red. Valentine's, pink. Yes, every single week is all going to be dedicated to a special colour. So wait, black technically isn't a colour. It's the lack of all colour. Well, whatever. You paint with it, it's black. It's a colour. Anyway, so overall, lovely batch of skins. Now we have to talk about certain things that are expected to happen from here on now. First of all, always keep an eye on the likes of the commits. All the newest potential things that will be coming out will always be mentioned here in the Face Punch commits, more specifically the Rust reboot. We know that we're getting the backpacks down the line. That has been announced. They are working on it. It will be out by February. Be prepared for that, and keep an eye on all the details they're adding to it. Now, I believe we're going to start seeing the likes of some monuments getting revamped. That has been mentioned for 2 monuments in the past. Power Plant and Harbour. We're expecting some changes for them. Not sure what's going to happen, but it might actually be a complete redo, because we saw mentions of grey boxing, which is basically starting from scratch and building up something completely new. So that very likely could be something down the line. I'm pretty sure people wouldn't mind that. Like, imagine all the monuments that you don't really care about that anymore, because they've been out for so long. Well, if they all get like a redo, a revamp, it would be like a completely new monument, wouldn't it? Ooh. So we'll see how that turns out. But who knows what else we might see. Maybe the newest DLC, maybe the newest building DLC. We'll see. Yeah, backpacks are going to be sick. Now, they have mentioned it in their most recent blog. Oh, and Twitch drops. We'll talk about that in a second. So if you, as you scroll down from their blog, go down, 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 down. Yeah, that is definitely going to come out. And yeah, that's their intent. That's their big aim for next month. Not sure what else we're going to get, but they have talked about how they want to improve the performance. They want to improve the issues in regards to cheating and whatnot. They are well aware. They also talk about like nighttime and whatnot. So lots of things are... Oh, there you go. You can see this. Yeah, you can't zoom in. But that's where they mention how old monuments are going to get redone and they're going to fix some things and whatnot. So they've outright said, Facepunch themselves have said, this is what we're planning to do. This is what we're intending to do. And yeah. Cool. So give it a good read. I'll probably link it in the description of this video. So look in the description right now. Not only will you see all my socials, but you see the link to this. Give it a good read because you can see what they fully are intending, and they're not like hesitating or anything. They're straight up telling you this is what we plan to do. This is how we're going forward. Understood? So it's nice to have like some clarity with the people that you constantly play their game of. I don't know how I was about to say that. Anyway. Twitch drops. Okay, back it up. Right. There we go. Right, okay, cool. Gentlemen, we have Trust and Rust starting on January 13th next week, and it'll go on for a week. Now, let's just get this all nice and established. We know... I shouldn't have zoomed in, sorry. All right, let's try and zoom in and then scroll up. That's what we'll do, because we want to get real up close to see these properly. Right, so as you can see here, we are definitely going to have these 4 skins in the Rust store next week, and you're going to see a Rust store like this. Do you remember this from last year? Do you remember we had the likes of the Trust and Rust clone fridge, and the Trust and Rust tier 3, and the double door? So please remember this. They sold for quite a high price. $4, $4, $4, $6. They are charity skins. You'll not be able to sell them. You'll not be able to trade them. But all proceeds go towards charity. I don't know what did it say here? What charity they're helping out? Cancer Research UK. It's all for a good cause. So if you were to buy them, that is very nice of you. And in terms of what are the skins, we actually have a much better up-close look at them over to here. Mr. Divadan worked on them. So that's it there. But can I see your actual pictures? So we go over to here to the AK, get a good look at that. The theme is time travel, going back into the past like 10 years ago. So you have like the old dingy AK here, but you can see how it's like half old and like half like futuristic. Do you like that? Do you reckon it looks pretty cool? Well, that's coming out next week, and it's probably going to sell for around $5. Established 2013. And then we have the Thompson here, basically the exact same thing, looking very nice, ever so sleek, and very cool. And both of those weapons have a very nice, useful, bright blue aim sight. Should be very good for everybody, hopefully. As we back out of this and go over to here, we have the likes of the clone Sheep Matador. And if you know the history of this, I think Divadan and Hedge actually tried to sell this, tried to get it accepted in a Rust store back in the summer. Didn't happen. Well, now it's a Twitch drop, so cool, that's fine. And it's got a little friend, the large box. I don't think they're very happy being stuck in there. So, yeah, you got the clone stuff continuing, and I'm pretty sure you remember the likes of the... you can see it all glow there. Do you remember the likes of the fridge and the locker? Locker was given away as a Twitch drop last year. Yeah. Very nice. Very cool. Very fun. Very fun. So those are going to be on sale. Going back over to here, there are generic drops. So whilst the event is playing, there's going to be generic drops. But all of these are categorized in a bit of a weird way. So for the generic drops, I think you have to watch someone who's streaming Rust but not taking part in the event. I know that sounds weird, but a lot of people got very confused with their Twitch drops. So if I could just quickly bring this up to you. Yeah, remember all of this? Yeah. Remember how some people weren't getting that much progress and it was causing issues and problems and whatnot? That's a Twitch side problem. Facepunch isn't in control of this. Recently, Twitch did a thing where you can have things progress all at once, but it seems to have caused problems. So you have to really keep track of what's going on here. And one of the problems we saw at the recent Twitch Rivals event was that to get the generic drops, you had to watch someone who wasn't actually taking part in the event, but word wasn't getting round. Awkward? Yes, I know. Sorry. But at least you are aware of it now. Now, you've got the streamer drops here. You have to specifically watch Blueprint to get his bow skin here. And you have to specifically watch Hedge to get all of his weapons. So after 9 hours of watching him, you'll have all of these skins. Cool? Right. Now, to get these skins, yeah, it's getting weirder. To get those skins, if you watch the captains of each of these teams, it doesn't matter which one, you just have to watch a captain, you will be getting these skins here. So you got a bone knife, a furnace, you got yourself a C4 smallpox, and you got a wonderful garage door there, being a lovely homage to one of the best videos ever made showcasing Rust, or at least old Rust. I'm feeling it. Right, and then, so to be able to get those 4 skins, you have to watch the captains. To get the other skins that you see here, the player drops, you have to watch someone in the team that isn't a captain. So one of the people in the yellow, which you can see probably very nicely right here. I'm sure you can see all of that. Very nice, very cool. We got that nice and established. So yeah, I know this is awkward. I'm very well aware. But you got collect wood. Oh, go down a bit. You got collect wood, you got this, you got a rug, and we have the first ever table skin to be accepted, technically speaking, in about 6-7 years. It's not a skin that you can sell, but we haven't had a table skin in 7 years, guys. So that's pretty cool. That was made by Mr. Duck as well, both of these. Very nice, wonderful pieces of work. So overall, pretty cool batch of skins to chase after. It's up to you if you want to jump in and buy the charitable Rust skins. No, the Trust and Rust. It's all for charity. It's all for charity. It's all for charity. Sorry for getting the name wrong. My apologies. So that's taking place between January 13th and the 20th. But the Rust store is next week, January 11th. Okay? So that kicks off a little bit earlier, but then all of this kicks off 2 days later. Collect wood. You're correct. Yep. So no workshop links for the TIR stuff yet? I don't think so. You could keep an eye out on scmm.app. So if we quickly go back over to here and go over to here. So this is what we're going to expect with next week's Rust store. You're going to see the Trust and Rust skins and a batch of some other skins. Maybe we're going to see a lot more. I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. But if you go over to the items section, at some point over the course of the next few days, you will start to see them kind of appearing along here. And you will be able to see their workshop links and whatnot. And you will be able to go into staging and take a look at all of them. Oh yeah, the Youtooz are out. Did I even mention that? So if you go buy these Youtooz, you get the actual in-game Youtooz as well. It gives you a special code. They're apparently exactly like trophies, in the form of when you go near them, you can like bob their head and it'll give you comfort. So yeah, if you want some plastic, it's right there. It's available to you. Oh, I love plastic. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Whatever. It's for people. I don't know who would want that, but well, a lot of people would want it. A lot of people bought that Secret Lab chair just to have the Secret Lab chair in game. Yeah, that'll be a few $100, please. Thank you. Bye. All right. Well, there you go. There you go. Right. So, is there anything else that we should point out? Well, of course, keep an eye on the workshop. So, how many skins were picked out from TGG's top picks? Let's go find out. We can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 skins. If we go look at the most recent submissions, so with what we would see in the Rust Workshop skin checks, quick refresh, I do believe it was only Legacy Kevlar. As I scroll down, oh, and Custom SMG. Yeah, okay, so Custom SMG, scrolling, there you go. So, potentially next week, what could we see? Well, you've got likes of Damascus Tier 2. You've got the likes of Abyss boots and gloves. You've got the likes of various other clothing and armor pieces. Oh, do you want to dress up as Agent 47? Very good if you're bored. And various other weapons and whatnot. But maybe not an AK next week, considering we're having the Trust and Rust AK being in the Rust store. Probably not a Thompson, but there's no Thompson here. I've got to show you this off real quickly. A lot of people love this. Do you see what I'm looking at? That's an Ioka. Or is it a fishbone? Oh, what is this? I'm not sure if that's a little bit too absurd. It's really goofy. It's a very creative idea for an Ioka, but it might be a little bit too transparent. It's up to Face Punch what happens next. But that's pretty cool. And I did talk about this when I did the likes of my Rust Workshop skin check. So if I quickly hop over to here, If you want to always be in the know in regards to the newest Rust Workshop skins that have appeared on the workshop, feel free to go ahead and take a look at this. And you might sit there and say, Hedge, that's an hour and 20 minutes long. Well, don't worry, because I always add chapters to my videos. If you just want to get straight to the point and be aware of all the newest skins that are part of collections, just look at that. Look at that. Right there and available to you. So I'm trying my best to help you all out. Now, in regards to what we're seeing in regards to the post-Christmas profits and whatnot, with loads of people playing the game, loads of people, of course, will be buying out skins and whatnot. You're probably questioning, oh, should I sell my skins now? Should I wait it out a little bit longer? And then you might get to a point where you have loads of sales and loads of profit and loads of Steam Wallet. Oh, what should I do with my Steam Wallet? If Rust skins aren't going to hold their value, well, what do I do? What do I do? Well, I do talk about that as well. So if you look over through here, look at the chapters, I have answers for you. Figuring out when to sell skins with examples, Redemption LR300, Berserker Hoodie, Cold Hunter Crossbow, and then of course, things to consider buying with Rust skin profits, OLED Steam Decks, buy some games for your friends. You could also consider investing into CS2 cases, which are very reliable, very reliable. It's perfectly fine to diversify where your value, where all of your portfolio is. No, if you could put some into the likes of Counter-Strike, when Counter-Strike does a lot better, well, you just made even more profit. So you're trying to find things that could act like bonds, because you're going to reach a point, for sure, where you max out your accounts. And you're going to need to sell skins. No, you're going to need to buy things just so you can continue selling your Rust skins, because the prices for the Rust skins are expected to reach all-time highs, and they're not going to be like that for a very long time. So sell it whilst you can to get the most amount of profit you can. And then, well, you've got to spend some money. Maybe you go ahead and buy some Counter-Strike knives, some gloves. Maybe you go buy some TF2 paint. I explain all of that here. There are lots of options that you can pick from. It's up to you what you do next. Cool? Understood? So that video right there, my post-Christmas begins, what is the best time to sell video? That right there, as you can see. So up to you what you do with your time, but it is helpful. Like I said, I add chapters if you want to skip ahead to the very specific spots. And yeah, what a lovely day it's been. Rust has already beaten July 2023's peak player count. Rust is back in the top 5 most played games. Our skin prices are looking good. Welcome to post-Christmas, everybody. It is a wonderful time. Oh, yes, indeed. Gentlemen, do you have any questions that you might want to ask now? So let's look over to here to the YouTube side. Yo, Hedge, Legacy Kilt is already up quite a bit. Do you think it'll go up even higher? No. In fact, in about 8 minutes' time, loads more people are going to be able to sell theirs. So get a good look at this. Get a good look at the amount of kilts we have in the market at the moment, 74. And in about 10 minutes' time, you're going to probably see a whole lot more of them appear as well. So, sorry, Elkick, I did answer that earlier. I'm very sorry to say. I did answer that earlier. Even on the stream, I answered it like hours ago. I'm very sorry to say, you might not be able to sell it for as much as you'd like. You've got to hurry up and make a decision. I am fully in the belief that this will be going down in price. It had its hype moment, but people have noticed it. Loads of people bought these for $2.50. If they see it's gone quadrupled in price, you know a lot of people are going to try and sell theirs now for a little bit less. But then they'll undercut each other, and undercut each other, and undercut each other, and the price will go down. So make a decision. Make a decision whilst you can. Oh, I'm starting to slur. Sorry. All right, Twitch side, do you have any questions, any issues, problems? I've already answered you, Barry, because I answered Thingy back over there. So, do you think that it's a good idea to sell Forest Raiders this month? Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Oh, that's going to potentially reach a very nice price point. So we'll go take a look at the likes of the Kilt, because someone did ask this earlier, and we actually reached a concentric kill. What's that doing there? Anyway, moving on. Forest Raiders. Forest Raiders has already surpassed the prices they are selling for back in the summer. That's the position we're in. But it's not like a ridiculously massive difference. And you do have to question, within reason, what are you going to do next? So let's go take a look at these listings, and let's question, for example, how many people in their right mind are actually going to go ahead and spend $50? So here's the question. Is it probably the best time to sell the likes of our Forest Raider skins? I will answer this in the form of, you should wait at least another 2 days. See how they look over the course of these next 2 days with loads of people playing the game. All right. See if there's any buyouts. See if any people do jump in and buy them, because when you look at the likes of the actual quantities, it's very thin, but then you're looking at prices of $55 almost. Who in their right mind is going to be spending that much money? Not a lot of people, right? Not a lot of people. So it might go up a fair bit, but it might be stuck around $55, and it's not too hard to realise that. Also, how many sales have happened over the past 24 hours? 19. Right, 19. Now, there's not that many on the Steam market, but other people are probably listing theirs. Other people are probably saying to the highest buy order. Let's not rule out the possibility of that. But I just can't really see it really going up in price that much. It's not selling crazily at the current time. It might change over the course of these next two or so days. But do you understand how we're now reaching a point where it's just kind of selling for a very ridiculous price, and the amount of people willing to spend that money is decreasing very much so. Overall, if you were to take a look and make a comparison to the summer, quickly over to here, you can see, yes, we have surpassed the summer already. Could we go higher? We could, but maybe not by much. So, yep. Right then, so all good, Mr. Furious. Hope you enjoyed the answer, and I hope everybody else who are questioning things like that take that in as well. So some things might do higher prices, but it might not be that much. However, like I said, for the vast majority of skins, I do want to wait until the weekend, because I'm still in the position where I expect that the player count's going to go even higher. I think we could potentially go over 200,000. Fingers crossed. It would be fun. It would be lovely. But, yeah. Rust's back. Rust is back. And if the following updates are very nice, people will very likely want to stick around, and we will be enjoying the prices of our skins increasing constantly. Oh, yes, indeed. Did you speak on the Legacy face mask already? Yes. Yes, I did. Many times today. Yes, I did. Ethan, I'll answer your question a little bit later. Let's just kind of wrap this video up. So does anybody else have any questions, issues, or problems? Anybody else? And like I said, once we roll into just a few more minutes' time, the amount of kilts are expected to increase. Not sure if it's going to be a sudden thing, but there's probably a lot of people here who are probably going to do it. No. So right now it's $10.50. What will it be eventually? Don't know. Right. So, is there anything else that I want to point out? Oh, yeah. Please consider following me on Twitter. I am trying to put an effort in to tweet out various interesting things like this, as you can see, because I just like to see the differences. I like to see the numbers. I like to see all the goofy little details that keep popping up. And, yeah, so I do put an effort in to retweet all the newest Rust workshop skin submissions that get announced. So as I scroll down over to here, you will see that I knew many of the skins that were submitted. There you go. Look at all these skins that I retweeted. So if you want to stay in the know and want to be aware of all the newest potential skins, well, there you go. I'm always putting it out there. I'm always tweeting out independent things myself, like earlier today, we had someone buy out all of the Brutalist garage doors. We're now down to only 30, so let's just go take a real quick look at that. Don't be surprised if this happens a lot, because it's going to keep happening. Loads of skins are just randomly going to get attacked. Well, you shouldn't be too surprised with the likes of Brutalist skins being attacked, because, well, they're very pay to win. And with all the people jumping back in and returning to play the game, of course they're going to want to jump in and grab all the most powerful, most pay-to-win skins they possibly could. So yeah, this had about 80 quantity earlier. Now it's down to 34 and listing at $8. And could it go even further? Probably. With the buy orders slowly rising up, I wouldn't be surprised if it does. So yeah, all it takes is a good YouTube video or a TikTok video showcasing it, and then suddenly everybody wants it. What do you think about how much the kilt will go for after the road sign's released? Road sign? Are you talking about the vest and the coffee can? I don't know, mate. I don't know. But based on the current position that it's in, it's already in a very, 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 very lucrative position. What with the fact that these came out literally just after. And it is expected to be the armor piece with the least amount of sales overall. I did talk about that earlier, and I will reiterate it once more. Wonderful position. Very likely as time goes on, it will just graciously keep rising in price more and more and more and more. Compared to all the other pieces, if you want a full set, there's only so many kilts to go around. Therefore, if the quantity keeps getting bought out and whatnot, it's not going to be able to replenish itself. Other people who own the skins, well, normally if there's a skin that was in abundance, it'll get replenished very easily, because loads of people just list theirs the very second they notice that the prices have gone up. Whereas something that has very limited stock won't be able to do that, and the price will just start going up in price. with such strong demand, but only so much quantity, well, price will increase. It's not too hard. Not too hard. Right, and I do believe it's now midnight. So, should we go take a look at that kilt and keep an eye on what happens next? Anybody else have any questions, issues, problems? Feel free to do so. Ask now, ask away. And we'll just watch what happens now that it's midnight. So, to everybody who's currently watching, I reiterate, you can now list your legacy Kevlar kilts if you bought this on Friday. It's all based on UK time. Face Punch is based in the UK. So, yeah. Now you understand. Anyone else? YouTube? Twitch? Anything else to talk about? Anything else that's on your mind? Or are we all done? Oh, look, free just a bit. Oh, 750. We're going that low, are we? Should folks lift more weights and be fitter? Yes, they should. They should be... oh God! Look, oh my, it's happening. Yes, you should keep your body in check and keep it nice and healthy. And I am actually very surprised that happened so quickly. Wow! There you go. Point made. Now listen, is this doomed? No, no. This very likely will probably end up settling at around maybe $7 to $9, probably. Yeah. Demand is strong. If Blackout's going to remain being pretty pricey, people are going to look for budget alternative options, which is something we did talk about a little bit earlier. And people are selling to the highest buy order. Well, there you go. So there goes the foundations of keeping the price up. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for doing that. Who did it? Naughty. Naughty. I can see all of you. Naughty people. But, yeah. It was pretty absurd that it got up to those prices today. But, we did predict something like that would happen. Oh, yes, we did. So, it's basically doubled in quantity within about a minute or two. Like, I knew it was going to happen. So, yeah. Hey, listen. You don't have to sell it to the highest buy order. You would probably very likely have sold it for $9 if you're just willing to be a little bit patient. I'm not joking, guys. If that's all of you, I don't know why you caved into the highest buy order immediately. There's going to be a lot more people playing tomorrow. There's going to be a lot more people playing Saturday. What have you done? You jumped in too quick. I'm sorry. Well, here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Oh, what else is there to say? Is okay, it will still go up. It will very likely still go up again. Like, it might dip now. People are desperate to get those quick profits. But, well, they're desperate for quick profits. They didn't question nice, gracious, very well patient, exquisite profits. That might be a little bit higher. So as I said, if you're one of these people, remove it. Let's do it around $9. See what happens. But nah, you just want a quick profit. Quick profit. Now, give. Right, so what's that front page looking like? Well, it's Brutalist because I'm searching for Brutalist because I'm an idiot. Hedge issue. Blah, blah, blah. Right, so that's going to take maybe another 2 or so minutes to take a look at. After all of this talk, we could refresh and see if these have gone up even more so. Has this now reached 14,000 sales? Legacy Kevlar, hoodie and pants. The answer is, oh my God, it did. Do you understand the situation now with the amount of sales we're seeing? Yeah. Whoa. So this is why we take our time. We're not rushing into anything. We are not doing any quick, potentially reckless things because, well, that's going a little bit too crazy, isn't it? Too much attention. All right. So back over to here. Change, go. Why is concentric here? Did someone dump or did someone buy? Let me just quickly find that out. By the time we figure it out, it will, I think, yeah, oh no, that was a dump. That was a dump. Someone unloaded their stock onto the highest buy. Oh my God, 144 sales. People do not like concentric, I'm afraid. You're not going to change yet? Come on. I sold one for £9. Is that a good thing? What? Yeah, you did good, Warhead. You did good. You sold yours for £9. That's still fine. So, yep, just got to look forward to next week. This video is going to probably be about an hour and a half long. I'm very sorry, but again, if you look at the chapters. But yeah, today was a good day. Today was a special day. Today was the best day for all of Rust. And you're not going to see it happen again until, well, next year, January 2025. There you go. There you go. So, how's the kilt only £4 now? Really? Oh, wow. That's quick. Wow. 5 minutes. 5 minutes is all it took. 5 minutes is all it took to halve in price. Or at the very least, halve in listings. But like I said, why are you selling in 25 quantities? Why are you selling in 11? You could have just listed yours in batches. Small batches are free. You could have rode the momentum. It could have gone higher, but you just can't stop yourself. What's the lowest price for the kilt, do you think? Well, it's gone back down to $5 now, mate, so go grab one once you can. What's the lowest it could end up at some point in the future? I'll be honest with you, mate. I think it's going to always be above its rust ore price from here and now. It sold a lot less compared to the rest. Honestly, it probably might end up selling for about $3 something if this keeps going on with the amount of listings. Oh, stop. Please stop. No. But you could probably pick one up now and be reasonably happy. Should I sell my inventory and buy legacy hoodies? No, you didn't listen, did you? Toms, if you didn't listen to the whole talk I did, you want to wait until Wednesday to make a decision if you want to jump in and buy some hoodie and pants. That is the smartest approach, the safest approach. And I still haven't got an update. Oh, I'm really worried now because I don't want the video to be too long, but I guess that's going to be the case. Come on, refresh. Show me what is on the front page of the Steam market because I'd like to see what's selling ridiculously. It's going to probably be the kilts again because someone just, oh, look at it, it's down to £4. You're right, Warhead. Come on. All right, let's close that. Let's close these. Close that. And now it's down to 150, which is still very good. Like midnight in Europe, very good. So if that's our new low point, that's cool because last night's low point was 52,000. I wonder what the low point will be tonight. Change, go. Ah, come on, don't do this forever. I'm going to look like a weird person. Why are you refreshing this head and screaming at it? I have problems. I gave away some skins to other streamers over Xmas. You missed out on Xmas giving, Hedge. Mate, I don't need skins given to me. Trust me. I don't need skins given to me. I don't need any more. Trust me, I do not need any more. I do look forward to selling these though. Within reason, like I said, sell in small batches, ride the momentum, and prices will be a whole lot better, and your profits will be too. Cool. I mean, bits and gifting. Again, Warhead, I got a stupid amount during the month of December. I'm not going to be greedy, all right? If other people got a whole bunch of that, I'm very grateful. I'm very happy for them. So, yes. That's it then. I am sub to a middle drummer and he got 22 hype train. Must have got like $1,000 in that train. How? Does he have like 500 or 1,000 people watching him? That would be normal. That would be normal. I don't get that. I don't get that. Right, so got some people messaging me. Okay. Right, well, feel free to also consider joining the Discord. We're always keeping track of what's potentially getting pumped. Always keeping track of various silly little things in regards to the Steam market. Always in the know. Change. Why aren't you changing? Now's the perfect time to do it. So yeah. YouTube, thank you very much for watching me. Twitch, thank you very much for watching me. Kilt, chill out. There you go. Kilt's back up again. What a weird skin this is. What a weird skin this is. Yeah, go down, go up, go down, go up. It's absurd, isn't it? It's absolutely absurd. It is absolutely absurd for what's going on. But it's fun. Now, I wonder how many more are going to appear the next day. And I wonder how many more are going to appear the next day. I at least hope or believe it will probably be a lot more calmer. But the fact that there's so much more of this in the Steam market compared to the face mask and a chest plate, which has so much more in circulation, really just shows it's just people desperate for a quick profit, and they've already mucked it up. They've already messed themselves up. You could have had more, you just didn't have any patience. Shame on you. Shame on you. Right. Come on, do it now. Oh, mate, come on. Why? Right, so, at the very least, in terms of all skins, things are improving, but you might also notice the loot boxes are also going up in price as well. Yes, that started to happen. So this was selling as low as $3 just a couple of days back. Now it's up to $3.35. This right here is now selling for $13. Is it going to go up higher? Probably. But yeah, loads of people got some Christmas money to spend, and they're going to go waste it opening these things. So with what we have here, lowest point, beginning of October, it's been trending upwards ever since, and it's been pushing up a fair bit higher recently, and it's expected to go even higher beyond here. But if anything, to get real good profits, you're much better off investing into likes of skins and whatnot. You know, loot boxes are fine, but you will get more out of skins. Change. This is annoying me. It's been 10 minutes. Why? All right, we'll wait one more minute and then we'll go. Kilt will drop, then rise, then drop again, then rise, then drop, then rise, and then graciously rise as time goes on. So yeah, there's a big difference between people who want a quick profit and people who want a nice, sensible, big, fat, massive stack of exquisite, delicious profit. So yeah, it took 10 minutes and that's what happened to it. Well, 5 and then, but it went up and down, well, whatever. So yeah, we're down to 11 minutes. Will we see it, chat? Will we actually see the change? Will we see it? Please, just go. Is this it? Oh, it broke. Oh. Oh, no, don't do this to me. Not now. Not now. You're making me look silly. No, stop. There we go. It changed. See? First time. Ha ha. Dropbox, blackout skins. That's normal. Egg suits surprisingly doing very well. Legacy bow is no longer in the Rust store after 4 weeks of that, so that's starting to appear on the front page. Getting bought out as well, which is kind of surprising. Redemption Thompson pushing onwards, that's nice to see. Pirate skins near the front page as well. Whiteout skins, it's mostly the usual suspects, but hopefully from here on now, all Rust skins will be rising up in price with the increase in player count and of course overall with an increase in demand for all skins and whatnot. So with that, thank you very much for watching me today. I greatly appreciate it. Twitch, YouTube, feel free to say thank you and say goodbye to YouTube, the YouTube video people. So, a little bit of patience, a little bit of sensibility, sell your skins in small portions, ride the wave of momentum. Don't build up walls, don't build up quantity walls, do not build up resistance. Otherwise, not only will you completely ruin the skin, but you will ruin your potential profits, and that's what hurts most. So try your best to avoid it. And if you need help understanding how to go through all of this, again, Hedge put out some lovely videos. I would definitely recommend you go ahead and watch the likes of how to prepare for post-Christmas and, you know, even post-Christmas begins, because both of these videos are there to help you get a good understanding in regards to everything. And they do have chapters. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. It's a wrap. Au revoir. Enjoy post-Christmas. Enjoy, you know, in-game playing Rust. Enjoy selling your skins for a profit. And start buying those OLED Steam Decks. Catch you later. Saying goodbye.